Good morning, welcome to 5 Minute Feldy, coming to you it's a nice day here in Melbourne, and the restrictions are lifting a little bit. I hope that works okay for you. So for our mini Feldenkrais movement lesson today, continue on with moving the pelvis. For this, best sitting in a chair, and I suggest sitting in a chair with a sort of firm, flat base, so it's clear movements on it, and come to sit at the front of the chair so the back of the chair is not interfering with your movement. And first of all, just feel your pelvis sitting on the chair. Feel the weight of the pelvis supported by the base of the chair. And can you begin to rock the pelvis forwards and backwards? So we've done this in a couple of previous ones. So the pelvis leans forwards a little bit and comes back. So roll forwards and backwards. You might remember there's a bit of a sort of arching the back and rounding the back, letting the belly bulge forwards and draw in. So that's the forwards and backwards movement we've done before. Now let's try a side-to-side movement that you lean over on one sit bone, lean over on the other sit bone. Lean side to side. There are your sit bones, and there and there, and you lean to the left, lean to the right. A little bit. Feel your weight shifting side to side. So we've sort of got four directions. You can go forwards, backwards, left and right. So let's combine those together. Well, first of all, think of you're sitting on a clock, which means that as you go forwards and backwards, depending how you've got your clock, let's say you could be going to 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, or if you lean left and right, you're going to 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So could you roll forwards to call that 12 o'clock, and then begin to move around in a circle? So move where you're leaning towards around in a circle. So you're slowly going around the clock. So that's you're slowly shifting the pressure around, and I'm not sure whether you're going clockwise or anti-clockwise, but just very gently and easily. And then pause and change direction, circle the other way. See if you could lean whichever way you're circling, which way I was having the model, but there we go. Moving around in a circle, and see if you can let your spine be changing shape as well. You could you could have your spine stiff, and you could, in a way, move yourself around like one of those dolls with a heavy base that can push around. Or you can be allowing yourself to your spine to change shape. So pause a moment. This is a classic Feldenkrais lesson, the pelvic clock. And it's a nice way to get the feeling of the pelvis moving in all directions. I suggest putting your hands on your hips, like so, and then let's try again. See if you could start to say lean forwards and then begin to move yourself around in a circle. Move where you're leaning your pelvis towards, as if you're pressing on a clock and pushing that clock, different parts of the clock. I wonder if your clock, this is not a digital clock, by the way, it's an analog clock. I wonder if the hours of your clock are regular. Do you take the same amount of time for each hour? Then change direction again, and guiding with your hands on your hip for a while, and then you can take your hands away. And see if you can make it that it's a slow, steady progression. There's a steady timing to your clock. Your clock keeps regular time. I wonder, is your clock nice and circular, or does it sort of bulge out or squash in at different places? I wonder if you could also focus on that, trying to make it circular in shape. And every now and then change direction, circle the other way. Okay, now if you've done that a few times, pause in the middle and just go back to simply feeling the weight of your pelvis, feeling that solidity. That's your solid base foundation. By the way, this is a nice thing to do anytime during the day if you're sitting and working and so on. every now and then just do a rocking of the pelvis. Bring it back to the middle. Let's see. Rock forwards and backwards a little bit. Gradually make that smaller, settle somewhere in the middle. Now lean left and right a little bit. Go back and forth, make it smaller and smaller, settle somewhere in the middle, and rest there, and you'll feel yourself nicely poised in a nice upright position. And that'll do for today. So please, I hope your day goes well, and stay safe, keep moving, and I'll see you again.